I got a job on a rotational basis in the Moscow region. The salary is 2400 rubles per day. They hire everyone. All the company's contacts are in my Telegram channel. Enjoy watching. So friends, hello everyone. The next video is about the rotation. I've already found the company and signed up with them. And now I'm going to call specifically for you so you can hear all the conditions. All our correspondence has already been conducted in WhatsApp. By the way, it's worth noting that their rotations start from 15 shifts. Here it is, I'm calling. Hello, good afternoon.
Got it.
How many rotations do you have in Moscow right now?
There are currently 5 rotations available. Teutonic, Bucks, Borispol, Chem Competitor, and Klep Factory.
All in Moscow.
Well, the nursery quickly turns into a parcel warehouse in Bokspor. In Timka, there's the Spassky, which is the spice production you asked me about. It's in Moscow, near Bratislavskaya metro station. Got it? Yes. And there's Miratorg, where my house, my grandfather's, and bread are. The factory is in the city of Podolsk. I already found out. And we have a spot in the dormitory right next to the warehouse, where only trucks are operating. They need a loader for coffee, 2 to 4 shifts with 3 on the schedule. Especially since it's such simple work, especially working with the guys.
This is packing spices.
Yes. There, they're going to check on the bear, they're going to take a look. So, there's both packaging and spices going on there. So you'll need to sprinkle some, and some men are there at the warehouse. Got it. The set is clear.
400 rubles per shift?
Yes. It's 2400. That's right.
A 12-hour workday?
Well, you have 11 working hours with a break. And you can go out to the cafeteria to smoke. In the cafeteria, there's a dining room with a fridge, microwave, kettle, and everything like that. Dynamic music.
Power supply.
There's no food here. Food is only available at Miratorg.
And at Miratorg, do you know what they serve?
The numbers at Miratorg are all bundled up, I know that. I can't say exactly what they give out.
Well, you probably need to work with meat there.
Oh, there's packaging of meat?
Is Miratorg located in Moscow? At home, Grandpa.
You'll have a dormitory there, and there's also corporate transportation. Well, when you move in, you'll have a dormitory there, and there's also corporate transportation. You move in, and the foreman comes to you, he tells you everything and shows you how things work.
Well then, you can try working a shift in Moscow.
Yes, let's just take that one spot. It's left. If you're 100% sure, I'll book it for you. And accordingly, you will be able to come.
Which metro station will be there?
Breslavskaya? Well, look, there are 2 dormitories, one on Breslavskaya, Slavskaya, another one right next to the warehouse. The warehouse is a bit further down the belt. If you're coming from Bratislavskaya, it's by minibus, 1228, and you will have a dormitory located right by the warehouse. So you won't need to use the minibus.
I see, but which hostel is better? The one that is further or closer to the warehouse?
The one that's closer to the warehouse, exactly.
It's better, right?
Yeah. Well, there's only one spot left right now because one person is needed.
Well, yeah, we can try to get you registered today, by the way.
Then come to the office? Have you worked with us before? No, not yet.
No.
I sent you the address for the office. It's at Volgogradsky Prospect Metro, House 35. So what documents do you need to bring? Passport. So you also need a bank card where you want to receive your salary? And the tax identification number, it seems.
Yes, tax ID. That's right.
Just so you know, we can check this through my tax.
You need to be self-employed? If you can do it through a friend? I mean, you can register as self-employed through a friend. If you pray with us. Yes, and what time are you working today? Okay, then I'll probably come by in the next hour.
Alright, then just watch. For them, they'll be arriving. Just text me, so I can come down and let you in. Alright, thanks. So we're heading out now. I think I'll take a scooter. It'll take me about 16 minutes to get there on the scooter.
In Moscow? This is, again, very good for me. For those who want to come to Moscow and stay here, I understand if they say that the shift is in Moscow, it should be in Moscow, not in the surrounding areas. Alright, where are you sending me? It's not just the phrase shift in Moscow, and then they send you to Odintsovo. I don't know, to Podolsk, to some fucking place. This is not Moscow. What the hell, have you completely lost it? I'm planning to work in Moscow. Alright, let's talk, more action, as they say. Let's go. Friends, I want to share some useful information with you on how to earn a few thousand rubles a day using your phone. And of course, to give you the opportunity to take advantage of it, just not long ago, I received an invitation to a closed crypto community. You all probably know that I'm quite far from this topic, but it turns out that if you come across a professional team, it's not that difficult after all. As a beginner, they managed to explain everything to me step by step in just 1 hour. I want to point out right away, the number of participants in the community is limited. I was only able to get an invitation link for 500 people. That's why, before I start explaining in more detail, I recommend you pause it. This video, click the link in the description and apply to join the Telegram channel. Now let's get straight to the point. In this Telegram channel, information appears every few days about where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency. So, you could earn between 2 to 5% per transaction. A little about the numbers. When you start trading with $200, you can earn between $4 to $10 in 30 minutes. So in this case, it's between 400 to 1000 rubles. But between transactions, you have to take breaks due to some technical specifics. So it's quite possible to make 2 to 3 exchanges a day. This, so to speak, is from 1200 to 3000 rubles a day with just a few hours of work. But again, it's important to remember that the higher the budget, the higher the earnings. What is this needed for the team? Crypto profit. I, for my part, consider this a mutually beneficial collaboration. But at any moment, Maxim will be happy to tell you everything. This is the support manager. You can find his contact under each post. An important clarification. At no stage in this team will you be asked for money. You make the trades yourself and all your assets are secure. All the money earned through exchange services can now be easily withdrawn to a card from any bank. How exactly this is done, when needed, will be explained to you by the community manager. Crypto profit start. Pay attention, scammers are being advertised more and more often on Telegram. If you see that there's a label saying advertisement under the latest post in the channel, just ignore those entries. This content is not posted by the community administrators, it comes from third-party advertisers. Just a reminder, the number of spots is limited. Click the link and submit your application. And to save time, as soon as you're accepted, just write to support right away. They will quickly help you understand all the nuances of the work. I was just informed that if I want to register self-employment for a friend, he must already have self-employment. Well, at least his documents are needed, at least some photos. This is the passport, and the tax identification number. That's it, I made it to the office on this scooter. It's located on Volgogradsky Prospect. Here's our building. I'll need to write and call to get a pass made for me so they can meet me. I'm standing by the entrance of the business center. The cars here are, of course. They cost a decent amount. I told the manager that I had arrived at the office. He came out and met me by the entrance, then escorted me to the office. In the office, they offered coffee or tea. There was a choice of a 3-in-1 coffee drink, tea, black coffee, instant coffee, and ground coffee. The ground coffee ran out, so they made me instant coffee. They gave me a standard questionnaire where I needed to fill in my details and list my last 3 places of work. They also gave me 2 copies of the service contract with freelancers. I filled in my details in the contract and signed it. They gave me 1 copy of the contract, and the second one stayed with them. I posted the name of the company manager's contacts in my Telegram channel. I also regularly post short videos with new facts there. Subscribe. I left the office, they welcomed me really well, and they gave me a great reminder. Today they said I could go and move in. 218 rubles per hour. Salary. They also provided Miratorg, where you get meals, so you earn more. Plus you get fed as well. Very good. Plus you can also buy groceries at your own expense. But unfortunately I'm going for spices. Next time we can go to Miratorgi. Next to these pipes there's an office on Volgograd. Many have seen these pipes and know this place. The pipes are here. Here and also right here. Well, I'm taking a scooter, heading home, and then in the evening I'll go to check in. Hello, good afternoon. I'm calling about the shift, and I'll be arriving today to check in. Industrial Passage 7. Got it. What time we're talking about? Until 1900. I think up to 200. When should I call again? When you're getting close. I'm at work, so I need to ask for time off and step out to meet, okay? Okay, thank you. Alright guys, we're heading to the shift now. It's not far from the MCAD, and we'll be checking in today. Let's see what the area's like, if there are any stores nearby, how everything looks, if there are bed bugs, cockroaches, we'll ask about everything. The dorm and the production are right here, possibly. Ah, yes. I'm probably going to sleep at home tonight. Well, I don't see the point in staying overnight. I need to take the subway, and then a minibus.
If there are queues for the minibus, we'll try something else.
Here are my slippers, just for the shift.
Do you remember, right?
But I won't be staying there overnight today, so I'll manage without slippers somehow.
If I take slippers, I need an extra bag, a backpack.
I have a waist bag right now, it's more comfortable for me.
While it's still summer, we can still take these shifts.
Then there won't be such an opportunity.
Imagine walking like that in winter, going somewhere in the winter.
You'll freeze from the cold.
It's dangerous. For your health, it's generally unpleasant to take off.
Right now it's warm, 20 degrees.
At the end of September.
So I arrived, Marina. I need the first exit.
And then we'll decide whether to take the minibus. We'll start with the first exit now. It's been a while since we've taken the minibus.
I haven't been here in a really long time. Yeah, and the years are passing, it's almost dark already.
Well, let's check out the twilight. And come on.
Well, most likely our minibus will be here.
Here's the stop right away. Yeah, it's minibus 1228. I need to wait for her.
And we'll go...
I wonder if you can pay with a card there or not. The bus will be at 1823, according to the schedule. The minibus Gazelle arrived, packed full of passengers. I had to stand the whole way. Some guy was rubbing his bag against my leg and it really pissed me off.
I wanted to kick him in the face, damn it.
But I stood there and endured, just like everyone else. The fare is 60 rubles. These are private drivers, so discounts and the Troika card don't work here. When you enter, the driver hands out papers with a phone number to which you transfer money through a mobile bank.
60 rubles.
We drove for about 30 minutes, got stuck in a traffic jam, crossed the river and the Moscow Ring Road. Riding in a minibus is a nightmare. I arrived in this little car and paid the transfer of 60 rubles. I was standing, packed in, we were riding, in short. I arrived in some remote area. I'm totally shocked. Just a little. When you leave the MCAD from Moscow, you're immediately in shock. Right away, there are some industrial zones, and there's no lighting at all. In general, it's very dark. A guy got off one stop earlier, also from that bus. And at the bus stop, he was looking at me strangely. I hope he doesn't tell anyone in the dorm that I'm going there to move in. I think he's a shift worker. Well, judging by his clothes, he works on a shift. All shift workers dress pretty much the same. It really looks like a dormitory, this building. Or this one... We'll find that out now. There's also a grocery store here, across the road. Now we'll cross over and take a look. What kind of store is this? There's also a hair salon here. Oh, there are even flowers. There's a regular grocery store to buy all sorts of gadgets and water. The sunflower seeds are white there. Beer, wine,
Coal. Laundry detergents. A terminal for topping up flax.
but nowadays I think not many people need it.
You can top up from Sberbank or other apps. They are building a road here. A truck is coming in.
Apparently, it's also on the territory of this company. I need to call the foreman to let me in. Looks like they aren't letting the truck drivers in either. Cool car, right? It's 6:57 p.m. I sent the foreman a photo that I'm standing by the checkpoint.
He picked up the phone on WhatsApp.
I called him. He barely picked up the phone, and I couldn't understand anything. Just noise, some kind of chaos. I'm just standing here waiting. Let's see how long I'll have to wait. It's 7:00 p.m. Looks like the guy arrived there too, and they're making him hang back. A long contraption. Oh, he's parking for the entrance from the other side. I only had to wait 5 minutes. The foreman came out and met me. He showed the room and the living conditions.
They're still at work? Yeah, guys. Yep, there's one like that. Avoid it. There. So, here's the room. We've got everything here. There's a stove over there, a fridge here, and a shower.
This is what the bathroom looks like right in the room, but it smells musty. This is actually hot water. It runs here. There are no places left in the colony here. Boiler. Hot water is running, that's bad. It won't wash off.
If today, perhaps... Wow, what a store. Oh. And this way it's quiet, you can sleep, yeah. That's even smaller, yes. I'm talking about the average, but they also like to watch television in video presentations. Yes. Where could that be? And if it's not closed, it means there's someone there. The method, just like that, she's without the law. So they brought me to work. Is this it? Class, there's still some, thank God.
I looked at the room and asked the crew some questions. Now I will tell you, there are no bedbugs or cockroaches in the dormitory. The management is keeping an eye on this. There are a maximum of 6 people in each room. Each room has its own shower with a washing machine and a toilet. Besides the shower, there's also a separate sink in the room. You can cook on the stove in the room. There is no shared kitchen. The people in my room are nice. Alright guys, I've left the territory. They're building a road here, by the way. It's an atmospheric place, but the traffic is just crazy. Really terrible traffic. On the minibus, I don't want to go back. Honestly, I can leave here either by taxi or by the minibus, which I'm currently waiting for. Right over here is the bus stop. And over there are the warehouses where we'll be working. And here are the warehouses, and here's the dormitory. We're sitting here, not so great, but at least it's not winter. Right now, you can easily do this. There are no problems with all kinds of trips to the region. It's not far to Moscow, but since the road is 2-lane, you can't avoid traffic jams, especially during rush hour. They told me over the phone that the job is in Moscow, but it turned out that it's actually a shift in the Moscow region, and the metro isn't nearby. We're outside the Moscow Ring Road, and that says it all. A little deception. There is still something... Finally, we made it. Before that, Marina, Metro Marina. Another short sleep lasting just 4 hours. I met the dawn early in the morning to make sure I don't be late for work. The next day has come. It's a little past 6 in the morning right now. I had to get up around 5:30, I guess. Now we're going to the shift. Just the documents. The most essential things are in this little bag. In short, this is a disaster. My elevator is not working. The internal doors are opening, but the external ones won't open. There are several elevators in the building. I'll have to go down from a high floor. Now I'm going on foot. Honestly, I don't even know where the elevator is in this building. The elevator in this building. Stairs. Well, I basically found it. It's even become easier to go down without school. Can you believe it? Because of that, they're acting up. Calm clothes. I didn't take it because I don't want to, so to speak, deal with any junk. If I get dirty, then today we'll be doing laundry. It turns out that if I go down the stairs, there's actually a second entrance in my building that leads outside. I just found out. The taxi driver really had to wait a long time. The workday starts at 8 a.m. I decided that I need to be there at 6:50 a.m. just in case. I need to have some extra time to take care of everything else. Grab a coffee, visit the dorm. We drove for half an hour on Enthusiasts Highway, then went along the 3rd Ring Road, and then on the MCAD. That's it, I've arrived at the meeting. It's 6:59 in the morning, but you could say it's 7. I have a whole hour of extra time. I'll write to Brigadi Rue now, or I'll call and they'll meet me. They'll be making the passes today. I'll be working in these buildings today. The blue buildings are, well, probably an office plus a dorm, while the yellow ones are for production, where people will actually be working. This isn't the best road, of course, for drivers. 1 lane in one direction and 1 lane in the other. That's why there were crazy traffic jams here yesterday. The minibuses are already running at this time. But to take public transport, I would have had to get up at 4:30 a.m. Even earlier? I got up early enough as it is. I didn't get enough sleep. The foreman hasn't forgotten about me. He replied within a minute. He says he'll meet me now and it'll be tough where I've arrived. It'll be fine to work on the scene like that.
And the girls are working with us, just like all the other guys. A clear method, a respirator. But everything is there. They will give everything out. Don't worry about that, just don't get all worked up. For example, I spit. I'll try the mask so it doesn't really suffocate me in the mask. No, in the womb. In the womb, that's in the immigration process. And there's also additional protection for the respirator on top. Well, there will be less smell.
So now let's talk about the actual work, since the workday starts at 8 a.m. By this time we need to be changed and ready for work. We live on the company premises, so it only takes 2 minutes to get to work. We leave the dormitory at 7:30 to have enough time to change and be at our workstations by 8. There's even a washing machine at work. They give you a disposable gown, a disposable cap, thin rubber gloves, a medical mask, and a respirator. You go out for a smoke break and shoe covers. My first job, I was assigned to package a food additive. I take 2 full scoops and pour it all into the packaging. It comes out to about 2,200, 2,600 grams. You place it on the table, and another person stands by the scales, adjusting the weight of the product to 2,400 grams using a spoon and a scoop. The weight can vary by plus or minus 2 grams. The weight must be precise. If there's an overage or shortage, it needs to be redone. Next, the person takes the package with the product and seals the bag. The product is ready. A little later, they turned on the music at the production site. I'm sure this way it works faster and easier.
Subtitles were made by Dimitorza. Right. Thank you.
Then we went for a smoke break. The smoke break lasts 15 minutes. Before the smoke break, you need to tidy up your workspace, blow off dust, and clean tables. We only keep the respirator.
Yeah, well, for one shift, you get a really nice and stylish hat. You see, we keep the hat. If the work involves any kind of stinky stuff, right?
Haha. A nasty smell. Got it.
They threw all of this away.
And somewhere there's a restroom. Here's a restroom with toilet paper for everything, with a boiler and napkins actually. I didn't even notice them. Even... you can actually wash your face and wipe your hands. And there's even a pull-up bar here, which is cool. You can do pull-ups. Right now, we have a 15-minute smoke break, and here we change clothes, get our hats, shoe covers, masks, and so on. Masks can be used multiple times, but the respirator is issued for just 1 day. Let's take a look at the respirator and see what happened to it after some time working outside. The respirator is clean, but inside there is already a build-up. There is a little bit of spice. And now we will try to get rid of what we have left. And I found spices, but still new. But not much. Just chips, jeans, a clean t-shirt. But of course, you will need a change of clothes. The place for the smoke break looks like this. We had our smoke break and went back to work.
Alright, smoke break over.
Yeah, I guess we should go. I wouldn't take it, but it was already here.
Well, the weather's really not that great at all. Are you referring to Poltavets?
No, for now. I'm just a person.
Next, I got back on the scales and adjusted the product's weight. It's important to note that at this facility, there are both light and heavy jobs. For example, I was told that working with salt on the second floor is the hardest. The salt is stored in bags and it's heavy. To be fair, you'll be rotated periodically. For example, first you stand on the scales, then you work on packaging the food additive, and then they put you on what's called the spoons. There's also seated work, where you sit and seal bags. A little later, they put me exactly where it's super easy. You're working with a spoon. Here, the packages are all 250 grams. You stand on the scales and either add or remove excess with a spoon to make the weight exactly 250 grams. We were packaging a blend of herbs.
We lived it all and ran fresh for 5 years. I'm a tough one in life. Yeah.
When I was leaving work, I was told that some people work there for several years, while others leave on the very first day. Of course, it's not a resort. The smells are quite specific. If there are no allergies, then you can work here. There were also those who, after just 10 minutes of work, said, "I don't need this." Overall, I liked it, but if you're going to work here, you need to understand that the job is dusty and the smells can be quite strong at times. If you want to work, then welcome to my Telegram channel. There are all the contacts for employment there. The link is under each video. Spices. The smell they have, of course, is quite strong. Here is the dormitory. I don't have anything there. It's all with me again today. The heat is 18 degrees. The weather is really nice. Now, how can I get home from here? Because there are some traffic jams here. I see a minibus standing there. We all say goodbye to production. Here is the workshop where I worked. There's a cafe called Samsa. Tandoor flatbreads. I think I'll at least grab some tea there. So I just walked into this mini cafe here, Tandoor. They even have types of KFC. They make wings. They're awesome. And there's shawarma and there's baked chicken. There's Sai. The reason I got tea is to pass the time while I'm waiting for the minibus. I need to kill some time.
Well, for the roll. That turned out we won't send it off for...
PR. Let's summarize the work. Both women and men work here, but I saw more men here. The work is dusty. I was told about this right away. You need to work in a mask, but wearing a respirator isn't mandatory. If you're allergic to dust, then of course this job isn't for you. Many have been working here for a long time, and they pay the salary on time. The outsourcing company really deceived us. I said that the shift is in Moscow. This isn't Moscow. There's nothing nearby. There's only an industrial area and a grocery store with a hair salon. There's no metro nearby either. Who can get a job here? If you need money and aren't afraid to work with spices and food additives, then welcome. In my Telegram channel, all the information is already there. The phone number for employment and the addresses. Besides this job, there are other vacancies available. The room in the dormitory is not crowded, with its own bathroom, washing machine, and 2 sinks. For washing up and doing the dishes. The people in the rooms are fine. There are no drinkers, or those who annoy everyone with their phones. Well, for those who watch this video until the end, I have a little gift for you. In just a week you can earn enough for an iPhone 15. Click on this video and find out how to hack LuckyJet with one program and earn tens of thousands of rubles. Click right there now and don't miss out on this opportunity. Thanks everyone, bye.